Hey everybody, welcome back to the Skills Make You Meals series podcast. I'm here with Kahlil Thomas of Easy Stick Mobile. Kahlil is a mobile phlebotomist. He also owns a course coaching session as well, and he has a staffing company as well that educates CEOs on the importance of phlebotomy as well. So Kahlil, please introduce yourself, man. Tell us all about yourself.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Kahlil Thomas. I started my mobile phlebotomy business in 2019 out in Philadelphia, PA. I was a nursing student, dropped out to start my own mobile phlebotomy business. I originally started out at LabCorp and what's that, 8th and Market of Philadelphia. Seen a lot of patients. We entered their information in, had them sign ABNs, drew their blood, processed it, aliquoted it, shipped it, looked at the manifest. That's it. That's the business itself. So if you were to call out or someone were to tell you that you needed to go and you were the only person there, the whole business shuts down because you are the business. So now we need to understand, how do we take what we learn from these specific places and make a business out of it? And that's what I did. So once I was able to, break that 6-figure mark, I was like, hey, I know what to do. I know how to do this. Let me tell my other people and my other friends and people that are in my community how to do this too. So I was able to start a program called Millionaire Phlebotomy Coaching. Had people coming in making, $7,000 off of one nursing home, which is good because a lot of people were like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't know that was possible." But again, a lot of people don't know about our market, So I was able to, pretty much bless other people into starting their own mobile phlebotomy business.
For sure. So let's start off with this. What is a phlebotomist? What do they do, and how do you get trained to become one?
Oh, phlebotomists. We're vampires. We draw, people's bloods. We have different types of blood tubes that we use based off of what tests that you actually need done. Certifications vary depending on states, because some states you don't need a certification, you just need experience. So if you've worked at a nursing home, group home, doctor's office, clinic, and they taught you phlebotomy, you were able to do 100 sticks, at that facility successfully, you're a phlebotomist, and people usually would know if they're able to draw a person or not, just based off of, their confidence. So if you have that experience in phlebotomy, go for it. But I know California is really strict. You need a certification, but other ones, yeah, it's just experience. Once you have that experience, just go out there and do it.
Yeah, got you. So what benefits are there to becoming a phlebotomist? Like, is it something that's always in need, or is it kind of seasonal? Like, I'm just curious.
No, it's all year around. You got people that are marching these awarenesses, breast cancer awareness, AIDS awareness, oh my God, STD awareness, and there's thousands of people walking in your city, and you probably don't know about it because you're not in that area of marketing yet. And that's where I'm putting these phlebotomist mindsets in. Just what was it? Last month was World Heart Day. We can push, having, like I said before, these two tests, which is, an SST for C-reactive protein, another one for a lipid panel. That together is a heart panel. So we can get creative and call this the Heartbreak Hotel. That's Tony Braxton. But we can get funny with it to be more creative, so that we can actually sell it. Hey, you want the Heartbreak Hotel panel where we're just doing a heart test on you? You know what I mean? So it's more so breaking down the panels and understanding what you can do with 2 panels or 3 panels and coming up with a name with it that's catchy, that patients will remember and want to utilize.
Okay. What is a panel for the folks that may not know? What does that mean?
Panel is pretty much more than one blood sample used to test for a specific disease. So we have heart panels, we have, oh my gosh, lipid panels, and each panel has different, like, let's just say, for instance, I don't know, this is a lipid panel right here. This is real blood, you guys. But in this lipid panel, they'll test for, 5 different other things within this. So they call it a panel. So yeah, that's a panel. It's very simple.
Yeah, I love it. Like, so, like I said, I try not to assert myself too much when I'm interviewing my guest here. But I am the DNA testing world, the paternity testing, relationship testing. So I really only see one side of what a phlebotomist can do. But a phlebotomist, to me, it seems like it's like almost like a Swiss Army knife. Like you could do so many things and so many different type of tests, so many different type of panels that is really interesting. So what usually are the labs that you send your samples off to? Is LabCorp like the biggest, like the main one? And are there other smaller labs that you send samples off to do the testing for?
So we have LabCorp and Quest. That's like the Gucci and Louis Vuitton of, laboratories.
Mm.
But there's other ones that do the same exact thing, with a lesser, I guess, popular name. So they're called boutique commercial, or it's a laboratory pretty much that you go to that's a little bit more smaller than these big top laboratories. And, you send
Yeah.
it over to them. And depending on what deal you have with them, they may give you equipment for free. They may give you payment for free. I'm sorry, payment for specimens. It just all depends, because we still have to worry about the laws too. There's Stark laws out there. There's also ECRA laws too. So those things that we need to understand, and our CEOs need to understand in order to do transactions properly. Because laboratories really don't care, but it all falls down to that, CEO or that phlebotomist that will get dinged for that specific thing.
So yeah, tell us a little bit about that, like the laws involved and the amount of paperwork. Because like I said, all I know is chain of custody. That's all I know. Chain of custody, lavender top tube, blood with
Yeah.
stuff at the bottom. That's all I know. But what other stuff do phlebotomists need to know?
So definitely the laws, all of them, Stark, ECRA. I can go down a list, but all the laws, they're all in my book if you guys are interested. Book's only $27. But once you understand the laws, you know what you can and can't do, pretty much. Obviously, if you're in the medical field, you know your scope of practice, what you can practice, what you can't practice. But the typical standard laws for phlebotomy, you need to pretty much understand them, especially with consents too. Yeah, power of attorney, which is an important one, but the consents are probably going to be like one of the most important ones, because we have to get reviews. In order to get the reviews, we need to have the consents too. So that's like the big thing that people need to understand, as far as that, just understanding it and knowing that you just can't go out there sticking no one for nothing, or with no protection. You know what I mean? So yeah.
So like, if somebody wants to start their phlebotomy company, they essentially either, like you say, either get certified or they have that experience. Is this something that they could kind of scale nationwide, or do most phlebotomists that get your coaching, do they kind of stay in their cities and kind of market only there?
So it depends. Some people, get to a place where they're seeing a lot of patients, and the whole thing for CEOs is to have people working for them. You built this foundation, and now you're going to have people working and doing what you built up. You just pay them out. So that person can either do some more marketing for their business, or they can actually do marketing for patients wanting to utilize their services in different states. So now you're an agency. So now you're sending and hiring other 1099 workers from different states and cities to draw patients that are wanting to get your services from your company, but they don't care who draws them. They just want their test results, So once you are partnered with a laboratory, I'm trying to think of the name. Anyway, once you partner with the laboratory, you'll be able to, either get a kickback from it, but I don't like to say the word kickback, because that's one of the illegal terms that,
it's
people
unethical.
can't do. Right. So,
Yeah. Okay, for sure. Look, if you don't want to give away all the game, because I know you got the course as well in the ebook and stuff like that, but
I'm gonna give you some game, but I can't give you all the juice. I got
you. Yeah, for sure. So like, how does somebody essentially reach out to a laboratory to say, hey, I'm a phlebotomist, I'm starting up my own agency or my own company? Does the lab have like an application process? Do they just do you email them? Like, how does that go? I'm just curious.
See, every lab is different. Some of them have, affiliate links attached to their website. Some of them you have to go directly to the nurse practitioner or DON. Some of them, just do high complexity testing, don't even deal with molecular testing. So every lab is going to be different, of course, but it more so is who because if you were to apply to 123 Sesame Street Labs down the street, and you're drawing blood for them and everything, you guys have specimens sent back and forth, and then I come in and I have 50 employees who are ready to go out there. I have 20 contracts with nursing homes, and I can get this lab money. They're going to kind of put you to the side, because I have more specimens. I have more of I'm giving them more money. You know what I mean? I'm bringing more to the table. Right. So sometimes what I'm realizing is, whatever you have to bring a lot of force to it. So yeah, there's a laboratory down the street that you can partner with, but what makes the next one not get that contract that you're going for too? You know what I mean? So that's where we dive deeper into understanding how to set yourself different from every other mobile phlebotomy business. So every lab is different. How you sign up is going to be different, but it all breaks down to, you know, who you know really. Because I've seen people who actually keep contracts because of the good relationships, but then I see people who are bidding against two companies with each other, but the person who has the lower amount for the year is going to get that agreement. But had that person had that stronger relationship with that company, it would have been like, hey, you know, I understand your mobile phlebotomy business. You're coming here, you know, with a cheaper price, but Bob offers great customer service. He's never late. He's offering this for patients. He's offering that. So that weighs out, you know, what that person's offering. You know what I mean? So just setting your bar different from everyone else.
Got you. So, you know, what you kind of just spoke on as well is setting yourself apart from other mobile phlebotomy companies. If you want to start this, I will say this: you are what made me follow you on Instagram like months ago was the fact that first off, you are your own mascot for your company, which I think is incredibly interesting, and I think it's fun. And all your content is fun.
Thank you.
You know, all your content is fun. It's engaging. It's informative, and I learn a lot from it. And that's what sets you. I have not seen any other mobile phlebotomy company on Instagram do the thing that you do. So how did you come up with that marketing tactic? What made you think of, let me go get a big old giant stuffed monkey head and put on this stuff with my scrubs and educate this way? Like, what made you want to do that?
So the 3 E's in mobile phlebotomy marketing is elevating patients, entertaining patients, and educating patients. So I felt like me showing myself all the time is one thing, but having a monkey doing it would be another thing. It'd be more engagement, more funny, you know, more humorous. So, and I always wanted a mascot. I was a big animal guy, still am. So monkey just worked out. Monkeypox came out, and I was just like, okay, perfect. You know, this is a great advertisement. So I got Poxx The Monkey. And he's my awareness monkey, has his own Instagram and everything. But I feel like, you know, having that fun side to phlebotomy and science goes a long way because it attracts people. You know what I mean? People aren't used to seeing that. They're used to seeing the boring stuff, you know, how can you make, you know what I mean? So I just did this, got out of my comfort zone and just really, you know, turned up my, branding, marketing, up to, you know, 10. You know, not only am I being fun and silly, you know, goofy or whatever, but I'm being informative too. I'm giving information that, you know, a lot of people are afraid to give. And I tell people all the time, a person who's afraid to give information don't know enough. So you'll meet those people who know just enough about mobile phlebotomy, but not enough to scale. Like if you're not telling me how do you make $500 a day or $1,000 a day, like it's not really, it's just a hustle to me, you know, what you're telling me. So yeah, it's took a lot to get Poxx where he is, but I'm excited at the direction that he's going.
Yeah, Poxx, man. Like, you know, is it like a the only thing I can think of is like alter ego kind of thing for you? Like you put on Poxx's head, and you're like, all right, I'm Poxx now.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like a whole nother person when I'm in Poxx. It's like because you don't see my face, so it's like any facial reaction I do, I don't feel stupid because it's like Poxx has the same face. It doesn't move. It doesn't change. So it's like it works out. It builds a lot of confidence up, and it makes the content more funny, you know. And we have to remember too, as phlebotomists, we want to make sure that we're turning our our followers into patients. You know, how I was able to get your attention, you know, and you contact me is going to be the same way I tell phlebotomy CEOs how I want you to reach out to patients so they can call you wanting services done. But you have to do it in the way that I teach you guys because, you know, having it broken down that way, you're turning your cold leads into warm leads because now they trust you. You're the expert. You know, you're speaking about blood work. Your doctors don't speak about that too much. They'll just say, hey, you need a CBC test done, but what is it? You know, so
what does that mean?
Yeah, you know, so we're the experts in that, and we just need to, you know, push that a little bit more. Because you can show me bags of you doing, you know, 55, you know, COVID-19 testing, but if I was to stand next to you and your patient, and that patient asks, well, what's the PCR test? And all they can say is, oh, it's just a swab. And I can say, oh yeah, we stick it in your nasal pharyngeal, we do this, we do that, and go more into detail. That person's going to probably come to me because I know my stuff. You know what I mean? So that's what we need to, that's what I pretty much focus on, is how to, really pitch yourself to customers, patients, nursing homes, group homes, whatever that contract is, wanting to do with you.
Yeah, you teach, not just the, this is how you start the business, but the profession as a whole. This is a profession.
Oh, yes.
Not something that you just do. This is and when you have a profession, you are a professional, and that, you have to have that subject matter expert knowledge of this, like you said, to explain that either to your patients, that are coming to you, or on social media. If you get on social media and, hey, this is what this means, and you explain.
Yeah.
I love that, man. I love that. That's good marketing. That's good.
Thank you so much. Yes, thank you. Because a lot of people don't know it, so it's like a lot of people, like I said, they'll get the information, but they just don't know how to execute it the right way. Because everyone can just get an LLC and have a mobile phlebotomy business name, but now what? They think that patients are just going to run to your business. It doesn't work like that, and now you're working your 9 to 5 again. So I just kind of like I show them the light. I show them the way. Because I have pictures with patients. I have pictures of me drawing blood. I have pictures for proof of concept. That it is possible. It's just a matter of people doing the work. I'm gonna pull your hair, I'm gonna kick you, and I'm gonna drag you to the fountain of success. I just need for you to drink. That's why we had these group sessions. We have a whole freaking a book club. We read Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Just so you get your mind right. Because if your mind's not right, your business is not right. And a lot of people give up so quickly, and that same information about how to overcome them are in a book. But guess what? Nobody likes to read. So I have these book clubs on Wednesdays. In my group, so that we could just talk and discuss. I have, pictures of us. We talk. We just discuss how a certain passage may, impact our personal life and maybe our business lives too. And it just opens up so much enlightenment. You know what I mean? One of the big ones out of that book that I really love to quote is the persistence. And it just talks about how everyone has a hidden guide in them, and in order for you to reach that goal that you want, you have to be persistent. Some will make the grade, some will not, and if you are persistent, you will be rewarded for whatever goal it is that you are going towards. So giving up is the easy route out. There was a story in the beginning of Napoleon where you're just 3 feet away from that pot of gold and you stop. So it's a lot of people that have gotten to that point where they were just digging and they were so close to getting that contract, but what stopped them was fear. What stopped them was, not being educated on what to say. It's a lot, but the book club is definitely an important aspect to this, because again, everyone can draw blood out of a rock, but can you negotiate with the actual, business? Can you actually, not feel bad about a no coming your way and what it can actually mean for you, and it's all in this book. So yeah, we go over that too.
Love it. My mindset and skill set. I like I said, my course community is only a year old, and as I develop, I'm developing as well and learning as well. But I also, it ultimately comes down, like you said, sales and marketing. Yes, you can have the skill set, like you said. Yes, you can have the shell of an LLC. Got it. You got it. But it's that, like you said, trying to get contracts with nursing homes or whatever, and they say no. And are you going to give up at the 47th? No, because that 48th time that you go there could be a yes, and you can get that long-term contract. And that contract creates that predictable income, essentially, that you can grow your business, you can scale it, and you can sell it one day if you want to. You know what I'm saying? Having those contracts in place. So it's sales, it's sales skills too. And sales scares the hell out of a lot of people. It really does, because it is very uncomfortable. What is the sales aspect of your business? Because you do B2B as well as B2C, correct? So what's the difference in communication doing B2B and then B2C?
So as phlebotomists, we're used to, being in and out. We're going to draw their blood, get out the door. But if I'm already doing let's just say a CBC on you, you got Medicare Plan B. Hey, how you doing, Miss Nancy? My name is Kahlil Thomas. I'm going to be here to draw your blood. We noticed that you are getting a CBC done, but I also have some molecular testing for you too. And this isn't a protocol or anything you can absolutely refuse. But what I can offer is this test so that we can do a full routine, or full what I want to say, a full scope COVID-19 test, and we'll also have you urinate in the cup, and it'll detect for anything. And we're doing this only because we're trying to catch things at early and benign stages so that we can all live longer lives. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna just give you this cup. Here is this COVID-19 swab. If you prefer you doing it yourself, that's completely fine. I'm just going to ask if you go all the way to the back, and then we just move forward from there. So now not only do I get a self my CBC, but because of the partner laboratories that I'm with, if he urinates in a cup that gives me this, I killed 3 birds with 1 stone. So I got my draw fee, and I got my 2 reimbursements for my COVID-19 and my urine collection because she has Medicare Plan B. So that's the sales portion of it. But again, we're talking to them, we're getting to know them, we're knowing what kind of tests they have right now, what kind of insurance they have. So now we're salesmen too, So we're not just LLC members or phlebotomists, we are salesmen and women, and that's what people have to understand.
That's, man, dude, it's the same exact thing on the DNA side. It's the same exact thing. Like, yes, you got your LLC. Yes, you're on Google My Business. Yes, you know how to do a paternity testing swab. You can do the buccal swab. Got it. All right, cool. But ultimately, to tie all that together to make the money and to make the business is sales. Like you said, like even in just in you saying that, you address that person by name to start with. You address the person by name, you address the thing that they're getting, and then you say, hey, I also have these other things that can help you do this so that you can live longer, or so that we can, because we all want to live longer. That's how you stated it. Like you're
correct. A sense of urgency, a sense of
yes.
frightening, but still having a solution to it, and it's right here. So it was like one of those things where I don't want to miss out on it. It's free. I don't have to pay for it.
You have the thing in your hand.
Exactly.
You have it in your hand. Like, yeah,
exactly. So yeah, that's one of my sales tactics. Of course, there's so many other ones like the shipping and handling, processing too. Because when people ask for your charges, you have to mention these things too, because it's not just a draw fee. There's other things that I'm including into it as well, and that's what makes it more worth me paying my $50, $100, $200. But we have to know how to pitch it to these people, because people got money. They just, don't know how or what to spend it on. I had people that are people will spend money on things that isn't even worth anything, but for instance, let's just say I won't say this isn't worth anything, but for instance, I know a business that makes 6 figures doing what's it called? Mobile notaries. They go to people's houses and just do, notarizing, things. But now, you can get that done for free in the city. You just go down, you go to your bank, get it notarized. So it let me think like, wow, people are really paying for this. Like, but what it is that they're paying for is the convenience, and it's a luxury. And people need to understand that too. Coming to someone's house and not having them have to wash up, get ready, call out of work, go to the parking, find parking, pay for gas. Like, we're coming to you. So it's a luxury. So people are willing to pay for that too. There's so many different ways to sell and put it out there. But once we understand and know how to pitch that this is a luxury for patients, people love it. People are doing IV therapy right now. It's becoming a hit, so more people are doing that because they seen it just looks nice to have you're in your house relaxing, and you have an IV bag. It just makes a person know, oh, that person's health conscious. Oh, they really like their life, or they're really about that health, so when people see that, it's inspiring and say, hey, I want to schedule an appointment, or how do I do this too, or how much do you charge? And that's the type of stuff that we want to see, but we need to understand how to get there first. And that's where, the marketing, the branding, the advertisement, the sales comes in, because I don't even really do sales. My partner does it. His name is Jeff. So he'll be able to close those deals with those specific CEOs that are in our program. So you don't have to worry about not knowing how to do it, because once you go with Jeff and he closed maybe 3 or 4 deals for you, you'll know how to do the whole entire thing, so that you'll feel that confidence on going out there. But the reason why he's here on it is because we want people to feel like they're not by themselves when they're getting these contracts with these nursing homes, group homes. You want them to know they have a board. You have a marketing rep. You have a sales guy. You have a laboratory. So when you do see these nursing homes, group homes, doctor's offices, and they're interested in seeing you for a meeting, call us so that we'll be your board. We'll get on a Zoom. We'll close that deal. It's your contract. Send it to our laboratory. It's a business.
Wow. That's support right there. So I'm taking
Yeah.
notes now. I'm taking
No,
notes on
take
that.
yeah, it's fine.
That's yeah, that's man, that's incredible. So wrapping up, man, where can the people find you? Where can they get your coaching program, your course? Just
Yeah.
tell us where they can find you.
Yeah, usually I'm very active on Facebook and Instagram. I'm now on YouTube too, so I'll be teaching people on that
Good.
platform as well. Um, it's going to be called Easy Stick Mobile, the letter E, the letter Z, Stick Mobile, and that's going to be my Instagram. Twitter's the same, and Facebook is going to be Kahlil Thomas, so Kahlil Thomas. And you guys grab the ebook. It's only $27. Learn how to make 10 grand, 10 grand, 10 grand in 5 steps. It's called 5 Steps to 10 Grand. It breaks down everything. I even have a video in the book where I will teach you how to make $10,000. So it breaks it all down because it's only what $2,500 a week, but now it breaks it down into how you want to charge your patients, what to charge them, how many patients per day you need to make that 100,000 mark that you want to get. So I break that down on the book as well.
I love it, man. I love it. Seriously,
Thank
the
you.
way that you structure it and your support system is great, and I can tell that you're truly not excited. The word is that you're dedicated to this, to teaching
Yes.
people, because this is a skill set that was never ever going to go away. It will never ever go away. And so people, to monetize that skill set, to make it a profession, and to scale it so that people can be financially free. That's a major deal, man. So respect to what you're doing, Kahlil. Seriously.
Thank you so much. I do appreciate that.
Yeah, man, absolutely. So, hey, y'all, everybody, check it out. I'm post all the links to Kahlil stuff in the show notes. Hey, look, check out Poxx the Monkey, man.
Yes,
Poxx
check
is
out
amazing.
Poxx. He's good. He's
Poxx
awesome.
is
His name is Poxx the Monkey on Instagram. Poxx the Monkey on Instagram.
I love it. I love it. Poxx the Monkey. That's freaking amazing branding, man. Oh my gosh. We're gonna see. Are we gonna see Poxx on billboards one day? Who knows, man? In your city?
Yeah.
We see
Oh
Poxx
yeah,
on billboards?
absolutely. He's too fun not to be seen. Definitely.
Yeah, that's the way to go. Kahlil, I appreciate it, brother. Thank you. I hit you up on short notice for this interview, but I had to, man. Like, you got a lot of value, and I had to at least let my audience see what you can do and what they can do with the knowledge that you have. So thank you once again, brother. I appreciate you showing up, man.
Absolutely, brother. Thank you so much.
All right. Absolutely. All right, everybody. Thank y'all. If y'all liked it, please like, subscribe, share this video. If you know somebody that is looking for an additional source of income and wants to build a business that they can one day, live off of, scale, sell, who knows, to be financially free, check out Kahlil's links below and subscribe to the Paternity University channel. Everybody, thank y'all and have a good night.
Thanks, guys.